everybody, my name's Jonathan and welcome to Bearly Unboxed. This is part 2 of my 2-part Buried Secrets, the Monster High Doll series. These are mystery dolls. So if you haven't seen the first video, take a look at that one. I'll put a link down below for that one. But if you're just here to see Cleo and Frankie, then I guess this was a video for you. The other video, part 1, has Draculaura and Clawdeen wolf in it. So I showed how to figure out who is inside these. There's a little trick. There's this flap that you can pull down, and then you can kind of look down in there and you can see some symbols. Depending on the symbols, that's who you got. So I know that I have one of these is Cleo and one of them is Frankie. I picked up both of these like first release budget dolls to give the bodies to the dolls that come in here. Because the ones in here don't have a lot of articulation. They're really, really budgety. But these budget dolls have like full articulation except for the upper chest joint, and I am perfectly fine not having that joint. I mean, it's nice to have for posing and whatnot, but it's not the most important joint. So let's get into these. So I'm going to open one at a time. If you are new here, you haven't seen part 1, I will show the barcode on these is the same for all 4. So it is very much a mystery, surprise, kind of blind package doll. And these are the 4 dolls. And we looked at these 2 in my previous video. And I gave them their full articulation, and I gotta say I love them so much more that way. I wish that these just had the articulation, and I would pay an extra few dollars for that. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like they already have polypropylene hair on these, so it's not, not the best. Alright, so I'm gonna get the plastic ripped off of these, and we will take a look. I'll show you what I'm talking about with the symbols that appear underneath the plastic, or underneath the cardboard that you pull back. Alright, so I got the plastic off, and now you can get a much better look at this beautiful artwork from Darko Dark. The first release Monster High Dolls had this artwork, and I don't remember the artist's name. I know there was a little controversy with this artwork, which I also can't quite remember. I just think there was something to do with the artwork wasn't quite shown as it was originally when the artist made it. But they switched to this artwork made by Darko Dark, and it's just so aesthetically pleasing along with the line. And this budget Cleo actually has the Darko Dark artwork as well, which is so beautiful because Cleo was a later release on these dolls. You can see she's not on the back of the box for Frankie. Just some little, tidbits of information there. Alright, so this just pulls right out, and then you're left with this. So it's like you're pulling back mummy wrapping, and here is what I'm talking about. So in here we have Frankie, because it has the lightning bolt symbol and these shoes, and they're blue, and that's like Frankie's color. And then if you keep going, you have Frankie's monster heart, you have Frankie's hand, and like the safety pin earring that they love to wear, and some glasses, which I think those are Voltageous, Frankie's Voltageous glasses. And then lastly, we have another hand. So we have both their hands showing in this. And then you just pop all these out. It's really a clever packaging. I love how fun this is. This is probably just exciting for kids, I think, especially. So this coffin part pops out, and then this you can discard. It's recyclable cardboard. I'm definitely not going to keep that because I don't need to be keeping all the packaging for dolls. So then you're left with this gold plastic top, and when you pull this down, it reveals the doll. But there are some quotes on the side of the box about whoever is inside. And this one's really nice. It says, "The best way for a Frankie monster to recharge their battery is to plug in while they sleep." And then on the other side, it says, "What's a Franken monster's best kept beauty secret? Using an anti-static comb to smooth flyaways after an electric day." My camera was not playing nice there. There is a skullette on top, and it does say Monster High on the bottom. Alright, so without further ado, let's reveal Frankie. And there we have Frankie. And the hair on this Frankie doll is really short. Someone commented on my part 1 video all about Frankie because they had this doll. So you get some blind bags down here, and Frankie looks pretty cute. I like the band-aid on the nose. It's very, very cute. And the outfit actually has lace on it, just like all the others had in my previous video. So you get these blind bags that look like pillows, which I think is really cool, and they have stitches on them. Kind of makes it look like a baseball with little nubs on it. Alright, and then there's what that looks like without those in the way. And Frankie still does have the prosthetic leg, which is really neat, and there's still stitches. So let's get Frankie out of here. Here is Frankie straight out of their packaging, and they do have this plastic sleeve around the hair to keep it in place. I'm going to remove that. It might end up being a little staticky. I like the way the hair looks because of the way it was packaged. It's very like upturned. It is a little choppy. It is soft though for being polypropylene. I will admit. And Frankie has the typical black and white streaks in the hair, and it's blue. And Frankie also has this cute little bandage on their nose. These earrings look very familiar. I think we've seen something similar to that with Frankie before. They're little bolts, but these ones are in a like neon yellow, like greenish, translucent plastic. I love it. And the outfit is just one piece, and it just velcros in the back. And then the legs have the stitching, but there's no like paint detail on the prosthetic. And I heard you can take the leg off, which is kind of neat, to be honest. I think that's actually a really cool little thing, and I think it's probably just a byproduct of how this was made more than anything, and then they probably just left it that way. But I like the pose of the arms on this doll. They do not have elbow articulation or knee articulation, but they do have the head articulation that's typical. It's on like a ball joint, and the shoulders are also on the typical like ball joint that goes up and down and around. And then the legs also can do the splits, and Frankie can sit. Now, and they also have the spiderweb underwear, which I talked about in the previous video, which is something they all seem to have, which I think is really neat. But I like this outfit with the lace, and then it has the like blue and pink color scheme for Frankie, and it's very like plaid. I think that's very cool. So there is Frankie. Now let's take a look at Frankie's box, which is, I think, one of the coolest parts of these toys. So you have Watsy here as a pillow pet, kind of like plush. You have a bunch of like magazines and video game systems. There's 2 of them, so I assume they're playing with someone else. And there's Watsy asleep at the bottom. There's even Uno, and I don't know if this is supposed to be like a clock, maybe, or like some sort of game. And then the side has all sorts of hairstyles that we've seen Frankie and makeup, and also just some other odds and ends. And then the top has the Frankie's heart, monster heart. And then this side has even more things. These are all items that you like. This vial here is one that Frankie comes with in the refresh doll. And then there's some photographs over here. That's from Monster Fest. That's pretty cool. There's a picture of Cleo and Frankie together because they are an item in this world, and I love that. And then on this end, there's a family photo, which is really cute. So I love it. It's a really, really cool packaging design. And then the artwork's all done by Darko Dark. It looks like all of Darko Dark's artwork. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, so we're going to sit Frankie in their coffin while we open these little blind packs. And these are paper, and they just rip right open. And in this one, we have the little pillow pet Watsy. I love it. It has the little faux tag. It has the little finger holes, so Frankie can hold this. But it's only painted on the one side. But that's okay. It's really cute. It kind of reminds me of a Squishmallow. And then in this one, we should have all the other accessories. So we have the sleep mask, which looks very Frankie. It has like nuts and bolts and lightning bolts. It's like stitched together with stitches. It's very cool. All right, and then we have a pair of shoes. Now these shoes are actually really cool. They have like a lightning bolt heel. That is really cool. And the shoes are just like a mirror image of each other, basically. But they do have Watsy molded onto the front, and just like the other two from part 1, it has little Z's. But these are all made up and stitched together. So all of these are so specific to each character, and I think that's really, really cool. I love the attention to detail that we get with Frankie and all the other dolls. So here is a comb, which also has a finger hole, and it's a lightning bolt. And it's done in a metallic plastic. And then we also have barrettes, which this is really cool. They're both the same, I think. Let's see. Yeah. So these are both pretty much the same barrette. You just get 2 of them. And they look like little, like, Monster High logo, like, pins or something. So that's actually really cute. I didn't realize that Frankie came with barrettes. So that's a nice accessory because that's one that they can wear. Get the shoes and everything on. Alright, so there are the shoes. Those are pretty cool. And the shoes actually will allow the doll to stand up, I think. I mean, we had that with some of the other 2 dolls. And then the comb, you can put like on the thumb or a finger. Usually the fingers work the best. Yeah. So it's very cool. And then the barrettes, let's try to put those on. Not sure the best placement for these. Alright, well, I'm having a hard time getting that one barrette to stay closed, and now the hair is so messy. But that's okay, we can fix that. Because we're going to remove the head and put it on the articulated body anyway, so I can fix that later. But there you have it, and just like in my previous video, I showed off these new stands I got from Amazon, and I meant to put the link in the video for them, and I think I forgot, so I added it later, and I'll make sure I add it in this one as well. They work really, really well for Monster High dolls. It's almost like they were made for Monster High style dolls. They even look like classic stands. They also have these little like clip things on the front, and I'm not sure what exactly those are for. Not really sure. Also, like I said earlier, there's a finger hole on the plush. So you can get Frankie to hold the plush, which is really cute. Alright, and then there is the mask, which I'm afraid it's going to mess up the hair a bit, putting it on. But there is the mask. So that's what that looks like. It's a little crooked because of the way the hair is styled, and I couldn't get it on quite perfectly, but I'll make sure later on that we'll try it on. So the hair is pulled back in an elastic. I wanted to show that off. So you do have a bit of a hairstyle, and I already, like I said, I already messed it up right there. I think if I comb it though, that should fix it. I don't know. It might just make it even worse. Because it is polypropylene hair. You got to be sort of careful with styling it. Alright, so there is Frankie. We'll just put Frankie here while we take a look at this budget doll. I have reviewed this particular doll on my channel before. But I'll go ahead and show it off again real quick. There's the barcode. I picked both of these up from Fred Meyer here in the Pacific Northwest for only $6. They were on like sale, like a major sale. Now I've been showing up on clearance at Fred Meyer because they've been resetting their toy department. So if you wanted these, now's a good time to look for them. You can also find these at Ross for about, I think, $8 to $10. I can't remember the exact price. All right, but we're gonna go ahead and get Frankie out of this box, and then we'll do the head swap after we take a quick look. All right, here is Frankie out of their packaging, and the hair on this is actually not bad, but I do think it might actually be saran on this one, whereas this is polypropylene. I'm not sure though. If anyone knows what type of hair is on this budget Frankie, let me know in the comments, but I swear it's the same. Oh, and the earrings. Oh, the earrings are exactly the same. I think they might be slightly different colors. I think these are a little more green than the ones that are on this budget doll. But comparing their faces, I absolutely love this Buried Secret doll's face. The faces on these are absolutely stunning. Alright, so as far as articulation goes, has all the same articulation as this Buried Secrets doll, except for it has elbows and knees. And the knees can also spin as well as going up and down. And there's tattoos or like marks that say Frankie and everything on the leg, which is really nice. This Frankie does have fully painted shoes with little electric lightning bolt charms. The heels on these are actually really cool. And this Frankie also has a ring that says Zap. And 2 barrettes, these are really cool. They're in the signature Frankie colors. And then there's this weird kind of belt necklace combo chain thing. And then the outfit is 2 pieces. It's the bottom part comes off separately than the top. So really, really, these dolls, for being so budget, they're really a good budgety doll. Whereas this one's not quite as good because it doesn't have the articulation. And they cost actually more, I think, than these do, which is bizarre to me. I think you're paying for the mystery aspect and this packaging, and you're probably paying Dark for his artwork, to be honest. But that's fine. I love Dark, so I'd like to support their artwork. So this Frankie also comes with accessories, and there's this little Zip caffeinated drink. Very cute. It even has a little tab on the top. Also, they come with a piece of pizza. It's very detailed and can be held, so that's really cool. And then a bag. And the bag does open, so you can put like the can or the pizza inside it. So it's really, really, really cool. So that was just a quick review. I don't want to go into too much detail because I've already reviewed that previously on my channel. So now what we're going to do is we are going to give this head to this body. And we will be right back after I get that done. I'm going to do that off camera because it's a little difficult. And also, I have to use a hairdryer to do it, to warm up the plastic. And fair warning, these Monster High heads really, really grip onto the peg because the way that they've been designed. It's a little different than a Barbie. Rebodying Barbie dolls has been a lot easier than rebodying Monster High. So, alright, I'll be right back. Alright, we got the heads swapped. This was a little easier my second time, or actually more like my third time doing this, because the pegs on these kind of grip onto the head, so you really have to heat it up so that they're pliable. But she looks so cute with this hairstyle and this outfit. Now, these earrings I'm looking at are exactly the same. I thought maybe they were slightly a different color, but when I was removing them, I put them next to each other and they looked exactly the same to me. And then here is the long-haired Frankie on this, and I actually think that looks really cute too. I do like the longer hair on Frankie a lot. I think this hairstyle looks really cute. And I love that Band-Aid on the nose. So, alright, so this is the one that we're going to be working with today. And we're going to take off the outfit from this and try it on with the full articulation. Alright, real quick, I did want to try on these barrettes from the other doll on this head along with the outfit, just so we can get kind of that whole look. And then there's the pizza. Very, very cute. I think I do prefer the longer hair with this outfit because it's a little stands out a little more, but this is still really, really cute. This hairstyle though on this one is really choppy and it's kind of bothersome. So the face though is so cute. So I'm okay with I'll deal with the hair. And I did want to point out on both of these dolls, on both versions, the hands come off. So just so you know, they do come off. And I do want to also point out their skin tones are very different. This Buried Secrets one is very powdery blue, and this like budget one, these are called, I think, Day Out dolls, is very turquoise. And once you get the heads on, it's really not as noticeable. But it's still, there's a bit of a difference, which I find interesting. It's supposed to be the same character, but they have slightly different colors of skin. I can't believe how messy the hair is on this doll. But it's so nice to have that full articulation. Plus you get this added detail on that leg. These barrettes, though, I am not a fan of how they look. I'm going to take them out for right now. The other barrettes from the other budget doll look way better to me. So, alright, so there we have Frankie all glammed up and ready for bed. Because these are like dolls where they're basically sleepover dolls that are getting ready for bed, which I think is really cute. They've done another sleepover themed set called Creepover, and that's where Twyla came from. So those are really cute too. I only got Twyla from that series though. Alright, so let's get into this doll. This should be Cleo. And just like Frankie, this part comes off. Alright, so to reveal, we pull that back. And as you can see, there's gold mummy wrap type icons, so you know it's Cleo. This one's the hardest one to find when you're peeling that back to look, because they're almost the same color as the mummy wrapping. Alright, and then we have a mirror. We have a crown and like a diamond. We have a sleep mask. And last we have some like cream with lips on it. So it's probably like a chapstick or like a lipstick type thing. Alright, let's get this out. I really do love the packaging on these. Alright, so on Cleo's, it also has quotes, and it says, "This mummy's secret to getting beauty sleep, applying royal lip balm before bed." So that was a lip balm in that image. And then this one says, "Sometimes mummies get afraid of the dark too, so it's nice to sleep with a bright light on." I love that. Alright, are we ready to reveal Cleo? Wow, that face. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me take a look. That is one of the prettiest, most gorgeous Cleo faces I have ever seen. It has a really nice shimmer to it. Wait till I get it out of the box, and then you'll see what I mean. Alright, so Cleo also comes with little pillow blind bags that are mummy wrapping. Alright, so let me get her out of here. Alright, so here is Cleo right out of the packaging, and look at that gorgeous side eye. And see what I mean about the pupils? They're very like metallic looking. They have like a sheen to them. And she has really gorgeous little star freckles. Oh, and I love the way they did her hair. It's mostly blue. It's this beautiful blue, and then it has a little bit of gold and tinsel. She always has tinsel. I don't think there are any dolls of her without tinsel. And then she has these earrings, which I'm not sure what those are supposed to be, but they're like little kind of ornamental looking things. God, that face is so pretty. Alright, so just like the budget Buried Secrets Frankie, all the articulation is the same. And again, the hands do come off of these, which is really kind of interesting that they did that. It's, you know, you wouldn't expect to see that type of on a budget doll, but there it is. All right, so she also has the lace, which is really cool, and they all have a ribbon too that matches their color scheme, which is really cool. Oh wow, she is so gorgeous. All right, so let's take a look at her little coffin, and it has Hisette, pillow. Down here you have Hisette and Tut, both her pets, because she actually does have 2 pets. And then there's a magazine, a mirror, all kinds of stuff in here. The sleep mask. The top of this has a scarab, and it's just really, really pretty. I love this artwork so much. And then on this side, you have a family photo. Oh wow, you can see Cleo's dad and mom and sister Nephra. I love the way the father looks. It's really cool. I would love to have a doll of him with that beard. That would be so cool. All right, and then there's a ring light. That's kind of neat. It's in the shape of a skelette. And then there's some posters of Frankie and some pictures. And that is just really cool. And then on this side, we have necklaces and jewelry of all sorts of different styles. And there is an urn with Cleo's heart in it, which is an actual item that comes with one of the dolls. A lot of the things in here are just drawings of items that came with previous versions of the dolls. And I think that is a really cool detail. All right, so let's sit Miss Cleo in a coffin. Oh, she looks fabulous. Look at that. Wow. All right, and let's take a look at Cleo's accessories. So we do have the little Hisette pillow. It's very cute and has the little tag and everything. No paint on the detail on the back. But the detail on the front of these is really nice. All right, so all kind of the same accessories with some slight differences. We have another sleep mask that looks like mummy wrapping. It's very cool. And then, oh wow, these shoes, these are gold plastic, and they are really shiny. And they have, it looks like Hisette is on them instead of Tut. It would have been cool if one was Hisette and one was Tut. That would have been really cool. And again, it has Z's on the bottom, and they're made out of mummy wrapping for her. That's really cute. These are beautiful. All right, and then she does come with a mirror that is just shiny. It's not an actual mirrored like paint or anything or sticker. And she can hold that, and it has like a spider web with the skelette. And then here is the lip cream, and it even has the little lips on that side. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. Very cool. All right, so try these on real quick, and then we'll get the budget doll out so we can do the swap. These shoes are gorgeous. Wow. Okay. And let's try the mask on. Actually fit on there pretty well. It's cool. And you can also, just like the artwork on the front of these, you can put the mask like up on their head like that. All right, and so here is Cleo with the Hisette pillow and the mirror. It can only hold 2 things at a time. So very, very cool. All right, and I got a stand for Cleo too. So we'll put her on here while we get the other Cleo out of the packaging. Let's give her this lip cream. Yeah, the fact that they don't have the elbow articulation is so weird, because then she can't even really put the lip cream on her lips. I guess if you put it in this hand instead, maybe that's what they're going for. And then the mirror probably makes more sense on there anyway. So, like that. That looks pretty good. Alright. Okay, so we are going to give her this body from this Cleo. This is the barcode for that if you want to look for it. I will try to put links to these if I can find them. These are harder to find online because they're more of a budget doll sold in stores like Ross. There is that packaging, which we've looked at before on my channel. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get her out of here, and then we can do a quick review and a head swap. Here is this gorgeous Cleo out of her packaging. She does have saran hair. So this one has polypropylene hair, and you can definitely see the difference. See how this hair moves and this hair moves? They have a different movement to them. This saran hair looks more realistic. I feel so bad taking the head from this doll and giving it to her because of the saran hair. But this head I can always put on another articulated body. I think I have the original Cleo that doesn't have saran hair, and I can just swap those heads out. And then my original one would have the saran hair. Alright, so she has all the same articulation as the body that we swapped for Frankie. Alright, so I don't really need to show that off, but she does have these earrings, this headdress. She has a necklace and a belt and these really gorgeous shoes too. And then she comes with this really cool painted bag. It's only painted on the front, but it does open and you can put things inside it. And this burrito that she has, or this wrap, this little mummy wrap sandwich, can actually go in here. So it's kind of neat. And then there's this bag which she cannot hold, unfortunately, and it says mummy. I think they're supposed to be like little cookies. So really cute accessories for her. I absolutely think this doll, when I reviewed her in my previous video, I was just super, super happy with how beautiful she is. Alright, I got their heads swapped, and I felt so bad taking this beautiful saran hair head from this body, but once I got this head on this body, oh my gosh. She looks really good in this outfit even. Her hair is so choppy though in the back, but from the front she looks so good. Even with this headband and everything. So let me put her on this stand. I just love these stands, by the way. They're so good. Alright, so she looks really good on this body with this outfit, with this hair too. Look at that. That hair. I wish these Buried Secrets dolls had really long polypropylene hair for hair play. They would have been a perfect doll for hair play, considering a couple of them came with brushes, and like this one, you know, she came with the mirror. You know, it just seems like dolls that would have been perfect for hair play. But I guess that's not where they were going with these. So, alright, so I'm going to get this outfit onto that body. Alright, and there is the Buried Secrets Cleo head on the articulated day out body with the Buried Secrets outfit. I think she looks so good like this with the articulated body, and together they are just too adorable. I love it. it's just so nice that you're able to do this with these. People do it all the time with the Barbie fashionistas when they find a face that they really like and they want to give it articulation. And so apparently Mattel is heading that direction with these buried secrets. And that being said, I did get some comments from people. One of them was about, in my part 1 video, and one of them was about how they'd like to see another series of these with certain characters. But they actually announced at Toy Fair that was going on this past weekend that there's a second wave of Buried Secrets dolls coming out. I will put some photos here. It's 3 of the same characters, so we still get Frankie, Clawdeen, and Draculaura, but then we also get Toralei Stripe is the 4th doll instead of Cleo. And the paint applications on these new Buried Secrets is very different. Just like on these, it was very different than these original face screenings. Like, they're just very... They look more alive to me. They have more, like, depth to the way they almost look animated. Like an animated character. Whereas this is very static on these other first wave dolls. Now, this new Buried Secrets, they have like a UV screening, which is something that Moose Toys does with the Pixlings dolls. So if you've ever seen any of my Pixlings, Magic Mixie's Pixlings videos, you'll know what that looks like. It's beautiful, the way it has so much gradient and so much detail to it. But it can be a little pixelated. And so people were worried about that for this second wave of Buried Secrets. But they are very unique, as you can see in those pictures. So, well, there you have it. We have Cleo and Frankie. And I think these 2 dolls look absolutely adorable together. I especially love the little like plush looking pets, and these are very rubbery there, which is really cool. I just think these are so cute. I love the attention to detail with the lace on the clothing, and they come with different accessories, although I am a little disappointed that Frankie's earrings were the same as their budget doll. I wish they would have been a different sculpt or something, but either way, I love the way these look with these freckly, beautiful faces. I mean, look at these. They're so cute. So, this one is so glamorous for Cleo, and I love that side eye. They all have kind of a side eye glance on these dolls. So there we have all 4 of the Buried Secrets dolls. Now, these 2 I still have in their second outfit from the Day Out dolls that I swapped with. But their faces are all just so cute. I love the way they did these. I would love to see more of this variation with the faces, having like the side-eye glance and the freckles and all that kind of stuff. So let me know what you think of these. If you want to see these 2, check out part 1 so you can see how that went, if you haven't seen it, that is. And I just think all together as a group, they are super adorable. These face screenings on these are spectacular. So Mattel, keep giving us these beautiful face screenings like this. I love it. I'm not sure about the ones that will be on the next wave of Buried Secrets. I'll have to see those in person. So once those are available, you can be sure to come back to my channel and I'll do a review on those. So thank you guys so much. Leave a comment down below. Tell me who your favorite was of the 4 of these, or maybe just these 2, since the video was primarily about those 2. But either way, let me know down in the comments what you liked about these dolls, what you didn't like. I want to hear that as well. I definitely don't like the polypropylene hair, but like I said, I can forgive it because of how beautiful these faces are. These would be great dolls to reroute with saran hair or like nylon hair or something a little better. But anyway, if you like the video, give it a like. Share the video with anyone you think would like to see this. If you want to see how to swap a head on a Monster High doll, let me know that down in the comments, and maybe I'll include that in a future video. It was just a little difficult for me to get down at first, and I wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing before I recorded it. So I think I'm kind of an expert on it now after doing all 4 of these. So all right, so take care out there. I love you guys. Bye.